Hello and welcome to my art spa. My name is Anna and today I'm going to show you how to make those cutesy paper dolls. They are funny, they are surreal. As you will notice, their body is not a real body. They're made out of bottles of perfume. You will see. I'm going to show you step by step how to create this collage. They are like all made up of different body parts and different things that are not necessarily hair and or hats. So I'm going to show you what to look for. I'm going to show you how to think outside the box to come up with your own fun little paper dolls. Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to put numbers of the close-ups of the dolls at the end screen for you to vote on your favorite. I think this is my favorite. I don't know. I love them all. I really have fun making these dolls, as I really like using these dolls as focal points on my art journal pages. So I make a bunch of them and then I use them as I'm creating new pages. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get it started. For this project, you're gonna need some magazines. You don't need a whole lot, 4, 5, 2, 3, even one. I've done it with one. You're gonna need a couple different sizes scissors. It's good to have a big one and a little one for tiny little spots. Glue, I like using glue stick. And yeah, this is about it. Don't go crazy. You're just gonna go now through the magazines looking for things that catch your attention, looking for funny or pretty images. I like to go for the funny stuff. I like making surreal images, surreal dolls with crazy bodies and crazy faces and disproportional body parts. But you are welcome to follow this technique and just trying to go for beauty, using real people's faces and real bodies, and it's whatever you decide. I'm just gonna do the video to show you how to do the collage, how I select the parts, what is interesting. I like texture. Again, I like bright colors. So I'm just flipping through my magazine and trying to find. I can use animal faces. Sometimes I do dolls with animal faces. I'll put an image here for you to see of a doll that I made with the animal. Just flipping through and see if there's anything that will catch my attention. So let me accelerate for this part and I'll get back when I see something that's worth mentioning. There's the legs. That's some arms that we can use. Arms again. It doesn't matter the stamp. You can always come with your Posca pen and modify colors and cover print if the body part that you want here is accessories. You can always modify everything by cutting down or coloring with Posca pens. Here's food. Food always make great headpieces, hair, hats. I like it. It has a lot of texture and colors. Accessories, you can give them luggages, you can give them purses, you can put them hats on them. Our different body parts. Lips, I like to combine the face. I put sometimes different lips, sometimes different eyes. Here's another purse or maybe even a hat. You need to be able to look at the magazine and think outside the box. A bottle of perfume becomes something else. And if something is upside down, it can also become something else. As you will see as we progress, I will use a lot of the images that I selected upside down, like to make their hats especially. And here, I really like this page. Oh, sorry the interruption, the husband just stopped by. Here's the colorful page with similar bottles. So I figure, why not? I'm gonna tear the page and I just take the whole page out so that I don't end up with a bunch of tiny little pieces or pages or magazines. They're all ripped. I like just tear the whole thing, cut off what I need. Everything else is garbage. So I'm gonna do the rough cut first. I just separate the actual bottles from the whole page, and then I'm gonna do the fussy cutting. Let's go ahead and accelerate through this. This process is very organic. As I am cutting those bottles, the only thing I know is I wanted them to be the body of my dolls. I do not know what I'm doing yet. I'm just, now I'm gonna go through the magazine again and try to find heads that will be a good fit for that body. And by good fit, I mean that will be funny because I'm trying to do a surreal image. I'm not trying to make anything look real, perfect. So I like this proportional. So I'm gonna go look for legs and faces and arms. They're not necessarily proportional. This is what surreal is all about. And as long your element has eyes, nose, a mouth, anything that reminds you of a face, people are gonna know, oh yeah, this is a doll. So you don't have to have everything. Maybe you have one eye instead of two. Maybe you have no nose or no arms or no legs. My dolls are gonna be at this point head, torso. I wanna do arms and feet. They're not gonna have much of a leg either. And they're gonna have tiny bodies and big heads. And now I'm playing with the bottles there to see if it's gonna be a good fit. Again, my kind of good fit. And with collage, you can always make things smaller. Like those faces are a bit too big, so I'm just gonna cut them a little small. I'm gonna chop all their hairs off. I'm gonna chop their neck. That is too thick of a neck for the bottles I selected. So now is let's the plastic surgery begin. It's like my little Frankenstein is about to be created. So let me again take off the whole page. Then I'm gonna cut down my faces. I'm not gonna accelerate through this for you to see the details, how you can literally just chop their face off. It doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be perfect around the face. I take a little bit of skin, even because I don't want any the yellow background showing when I fussy cut my image. So there you go. I start roughly with the big scissor, and then I'm gonna move on to my smaller one. I'm gonna leave her ears there just because for now. I can always come back and cut it off later. I will leave some of the neck. Probably gonna use a bit of a neck, but I wanna also, the bottle cap is gonna work as a neck, if you may. So there, see? Now I'm gonna fussy cut, and I took a lot of that neck away already. So go back with your smaller scissor and just now do the smaller areas, the more delicate parts of your doll. Once again, I'm gonna accelerate through the fussy cutting, and I will come back once I have all my heads and all the bodies good to go, so I can just show you the final result of this particular step. More to follow. And let me take this opportunity to ask you to not forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment. I'm just starting this channel if you're watching this video in October 2023. So leaving a like, it will help me a lot. Thanks a lot. Now let's move on. The bodies are ready, the heads, they look funny right now, but bear with me, they're gonna look much better once we're done. And I end up just using 4 out of the 6 bottles. And I already selected some legs, as you see right there. I'm gonna go back and show you a clip on how I pick the legs. There, see, I take the bottles to see which leg is gonna be looking good. And now I'm looking for more legs. And you can, again, if the leg is too big, you can cut it off. You just get any size leg and you chop to the size that you need. Nobody's gonna know at the end when your doll is ready that that leg used to be much bigger. Trust me. So again, flipping through the magazine, trying to find something else that I can use. I'm also looking now for different eyes, maybe mouth, maybe sunglasses. Let me accelerate through this again to speed up the process and get to the next step. Even though it's accelerated, you can see that I'm constantly bringing back the parts to see, to have an idea of how it's going to look. And many, many times I'm going to cut something out that I'm not going to like it in the end, and I toss it and I start over. But see, now I'm roughly cutting the legs and putting the heads and see if it's going to look okay. Now I'll fussy cut them. And some are already together and they'll be fine. I'll be able to use it like that. The other one I'm going to have to split because they're too far apart. So I'm going to cut each leg individually and just attach to my perfume bottle. Now let me go ahead and glue the stuff that I'm pretty much decided on. Funny story here. Last week I was in last week, the week before last, I was in Neu-Ulm visiting some friends. And mind you that those friends, they're very creative people, but they're not really into journaling or art and crafts, none of this. But I took my magazines with me. And one evening, we were just chit-chatting, and I taught them how to make dolls. Look how cute. It's really cute, the sandals. So I was teaching them how to make dolls. And boy, did they have a good time. I'm going to post here let me put a picture right now with the dolls that they created themselves. They had so much fun. Here they are. The two in the middle I made as a sample for them to see. And the others, they did it themselves. It was really fun. And now they wanted me to bring magazines and my Posca pens every time I'm over so they can keep making. And in fact, my friend said he kept the dolls and he wants to frame it and and hang it on the living room. There you go. Here's another leg. See how cute? You can, again, I can come with my Posca pen and change the colors. I don't think I'm going to do, not with maybe the arms later, as you will see. But no, I'm really liking the way they are coming out. The colors are matching. The shoes are matching. I was able to find shoes that kind of match their outfits. So I'm pretty happy with them. I think I'm going to leave them just the way they are. So now I'm going to go back to the magazine and start looking for arms. I'm going to accelerate through this part, but once I find a good pair of arms, I'm going to slow down again to show you how do we handle arms. See, I'm pointing out some of the good arms, chopping the big picture, and now I'm going to do the fussy cutting. And arms are tiny, as you can see. So it's also a little hard to find because my pieces are small. Sometimes bigger dolls are easier to find parts for your dolls. But anyway, so let me get going here, finding some more arms, and then I'm going to fussy cut them. Let me accelerate, and I'll come back when I have an arm ready to show you. Here we have a couple arms ready. I'm literally cutting the arm off, not necessarily from the shoulder down. Sometimes it's elbow down because, again, those are going to be disproportional surreal dolls. So I'll place it there the best I can. Let me zoom in. This part requires a little bit patience because everything is tiny. I cut the arm just from the elbow down. Now I'm putting a head in there to see what's going to look like. And notice that it's still not looking very nice, but you know the final product. I make sure to show you at the very beginning so you know what you're getting yourself into. So yes, once we accessorize, put some head pieces, they're going to start looking much cuter. And now the other arms. I'm gonna cut this. You're gonna see I'm also gonna make it smaller because the sleeve is too big, so I'm just chopping right off in there. And I'm also not gonna use the whole arm. And notice the fussy cutting is not very careful. You just go into the black and making it a more accentuated curve. But yeah, this is gonna be the arm for the next doll. Let me again accelerate for this and come back once they all have their arms ready. And while you're watching me go through this, let me tell you, this week I'm in Munich. I was yesterday at the Oktoberfest. Next week, actually tomorrow, I'm flying to the US. Yay! Going to Oregon. And don't worry, I already pack all my stuff, all my craft supplies. I will be posting videos every Sunday as always, even though I'm not gonna be home. So here's the arm for that little guy there with the purse. Let's go put the second arm, and then you just need to attach the arm for the other little girl there, and I'll show you a close up again. Here she is, Madam with the purse. And this one is gonna have the arm up like she's holding her hair. See on the back? You can always reinforce the back, by the way, if you don't think it's attached enough. I love this arm, it looks really cute. Oh, I need to glue this one still. Yeah, this one's gonna have more like open arms. And I have white sleeves. I'm liking it. I could do pink, modify the whole thing, but I'm gonna leave the one with the two dolls with the white sleeve and the one with the black sleeve is not bothering me. I'm gonna leave them just like that. So there, see, I cut the edge that I'm gonna glue to the body. I make it a bit round to resemble a shoulder. And I just put a little bit of glue on the end of the arm on the shoulder, and I attach to the doll. You can always put a piece of the tape on the back, but don't forget, those will be glued down to my journal pages, so they don't need to be super strong. As long as they can, handle waiting to be used on the journal page. Then here they are. Now let's move on to the next step. Please do leave me a comment and tell me if they're not adorable or if I'm just delusional, because I love them to pieces. Oh, now the purse. See the detail there, the little inside of her purse. I want to cut that, so I'm going to go cut through the handle of the purse. Then I'm going to cut around, and that handle is going to be loose. But then again, once I glue them down on a journal page, no one is going to see that that purse is not attached to the handle perfectly. All those little details, they will disappear. Nobody's going to notice. Especially because your dolls are going to be so darn cute. And again, exclusive. No one's going to have a doll. I'm not able to create two dolls the same, even if I wanted to. So nobody's going to notice the tiny mistakes, the tiny boo-boos that you chop the purse, or if you by mistake chop one of her fingers off. See, now that part there is hollow. But it also wouldn't matter if you left it there, the background, but I rather cut it hollow. Okay, hang on there, don't go just yet. We still have a couple steps to go. I already glued their eyes and sunglasses to that doll over there. And this one, with the arm up, I'm gonna put a different lip because the eyes are shut, so I don't think we need to modify that. I just put bigger lips. Again, I like to change their eyes because I wanted to have a very exaggerated representation of a girl. And I just find them adorable looking like that. So there, I'm putting eyes on all of them. Try to find eyes that are kind of looking in the same direction as the original, because if you have a face facing forward, the eye is going to be a certain way. And this one, I luckily found an eye that it was in the same angle, see? And I cut that the nose the best I could to match the nose of the other doll. And this way, it looks more natural. Again, it doesn't have to. If you want to put eyes completely like crazy eyes, you can. I've done once with googly eyes. It was kind of funny. I guess I can put some images here, different faces I've done, so you have an idea of all variations. You can cut the eyes smaller. Instead of cutting the both eyes, you can cut two different eyes. Oh my gosh, so many things you can do, so much fun. I already separated the pages I want to use for the head accessories. I found those images of furniture, so I think this is gonna work pretty good. I'm here trying them out just to have an idea. And it's gonna be a crazy hair slash hat, whatever you wanna call. And I flip, see how I'm flipping the page upside down? Again, think outside the box, turn things around to see how they're gonna look. And again, trying things out to see what I like. I think that is also upside down. And one more, that lamp can look like a cute hat. So the next step is gonna be to fussy cut everything. Look at that, this is a building, you guys. Let me go fussy cut everything and I'll come back to show you how it's gonna work out. Sorry, this video is gonna be longer, much longer than my usual videos, but there are so much details to making these dolls that I figured I needed to show you step by step with detail. See, that is that building I cut it off, but now you can just glue her head in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up, I'm gonna cut a little bit through that line so that I can fit her head between the two parts. So it looks like it's really a hat going on her head. So you cut as much as you need and then you fit the head in there. You're just gonna have to watch to understand. I don't know how to put that into words, but it's to make more of a smooth transition so it doesn't look like a piece of a head glued to a piece of, hat. This way is within. It's like she's really wearing the piece. And to smooth out that transition there between her, where her ears are kind of like over there, I'm also gonna add a flower. And there you'll see in a little bit me putting the flower in there because I thought it looked kind of weird. Now looking again doesn't really feel this way, but at the time I thought I needed something else. So now I'm gonna play around with the positioning of the headpieces and doing little cuts. Again, that one also I want to cut a little bit in there, as you just saw it, to fit the head in there. This way the hair's coming from behind, and yeah, I think it looks good. So let me show you the possibilities for this here. You can flip it around. There is a little bit of a different color down there, see? I cut and I'm putting away to see if it's gonna look okay. Yes, I think it does. Better than with the blue part showing because I don't have a way to hide that, so I rather cut it off. And for my last doll, I had the option of adding does it like seashells? I figured I could use it as part of the hat or maybe as the hair hanging down there. So I'm gonna again play around, see what pleases you and go for it. So let me skip this part and I'll come back with the dolls ready for you to see. And that's it. I'm gluing the last part and I'm gonna show you each doll and I'm calling it good. I don't want to add any details at this point with Posca pens. I will leave that purse with one handle that's like hanging there because again, the minute I'm ready to use them on my journals, I can make modifications. There you go. There she is. Purse girl. This hat is a vase that I'm using it upside down. Look what a difference it makes, huh? The head, just like that, doesn't look good at all. And then you put a hat and voila, she is all charms. Very cute. I really like this one. The big lips. This one with the open arms. Again. Oh, there, I still gluing. Let me cut that off and glue the head pieces and show you up front, close up. Yeah, I like this one. I don't know, I think it's my least favorite, but I like her arms like that, open. I'm gonna leave the sleeves, like I said, for now. This is gonna stay white. I can always come back and modify, but I think she looks pretty cute with the pink dress and white sleeves. So the last girl with that bridge for a hat. And now you're gonna see me adding some accessories to that hat to make it look prettier and to be more blending, with the image. There, I add a flower because that part between the hat and the ear, it wasn't looking pretty. The seashells I cut, I can also use it up there. Why not? Looks cute. So, yep. This is it, you guys. This is how you make crazy, fun, cutesy, surrealistic dolls. I hope I inspired you. I hope you had a good time. Again, sorry this was a very long video, but I really wanted to show you the details because it does matter in the end. All the little details, how cutting little pieces of the head to make the head fit nicely. All this is going to make a difference on your final doll. And that's why I figured this video was worth making it a little longer. You can always accelerate through some parts if you think you don't need any extra tips. But yeah, so once again, thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. I hope I inspire you to do something pretty. And leave down in the comments where you're watching this video from. I'm very curious. I'm always traveling. Next week, I'll be in the United States. I'll be recording my next video from Bend, Oregon. So I'll see you next week. You all take care. Stay inspired.